welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully by now you have seen my viral video where I used my Cricut machine to cut out pieces to make a ghost face nail set. And it was very much requested that I do a tutorial, so here it is. I am going to be using my Cricut to make these sunflower nails that I did for a birthday. And so if you guys are ready to see how I did these, please keep watching and let's get started. My mom and my grandma are having a birthday party and the theme is sunflower, so I think I'll just go with the theme a little bit. Here I am on Google, and as always, I'm just going to search up images that I want to use. And so here I typed in sunflower silhouette, and right away we get a lot of good images. So I'm just going to go over to the images. And here I'm just going to select something that can work for my nails. And so I want to find like a good sunflower that's not going to be too tiny because the images are for our nails, so they already have to be tiny. But also, look like a sunflower. And so I think I really like this one. So I'm just going to be saving it to my computer. Here I'm on Cricut and I'm already in my nail sheet guide kind of. I already have the nails in all the sizes that I need. I'll show you guys how I did this in a bit, but I'm just going to show you real quick how I upload my images. Okay, so from here now we go over to uploads and upload images. And now we just have to clean it up. And I think that looks really good. And save as a cut image. Now our image is right here and add to canvas. And I'm just going to layer this really quick because the middle here is brown and the outside is yellow. So to do that, I'm just going to duplicate. And this one, I'll be removing the inside. So in contours, we just have to click right in the middle and it deletes it. And in this one, we have to hide everything except the middle. So hide all contours. And there we are. And now I'm just going to click out. And here we go. So now we can change it to brown. And put it right in the middle. And the outside is yellow. I do prefer layering on my desktop because, as you can see, it has a lot of features and stuff you can use. When you're using an iPad, it doesn't have all the features like this, so just keep that in mind. So I'm just going to group this so it doesn't separate for now and put it off to the side. Here I have my nail templates and I already have all the sizings that I need. If you have not seen my videos about the sizing, all you have to do is head over to my YouTube page, and here I have everything linked. So if we head over to my Amazon storefront, we can see all the nail stuff that I use. And right here is the exact kit I'm using, and wow, it's I guess on sale for $14 right now. And we can see right on the listings right there is all the sizes, right? So then depending what size your finger is, just copy that size over to Cricut Design Space, and that is how you get your nail sizes. If you want to know how I got the shape, right here in shapes, all you have to do is click on this one right here. It's called Pennant. And that is the exact one I'm using. So I just flipped it over because, that's how we look at our nails. And once you unlock this, that's where you just enter whatever size it was that you needed for your nails. And there we go. That's how we get our template. And so here, I don't know if you guys want to know, this is my thumb. So it's a size 3. Then I have 7, a size 6, another 7, and a 9. And so here is, my big sunflower. I kind of wanted this one to go on my thumb, just like at the end here. Be aware how tiny you are cutting this because it is going to be super tiny. Make sure that you have a good sharp blade and also good vinyl. Okay, so I think that one's fine like that. Then the next one, I actually want to slice in half because I want it to be, half and half here. Just going to grab a square. I changed it over to score so I can see exactly where the line is. And once you have your middle, here we have 2 layers, so it can't cut 2 layers at a time. So what I'm going to do is just hide one of them first, like that. slice this piece. And then you can see here all the slices that I created. This is the background of it. We don't need it, so I'm just going to delete it. Now I'm just going to bring another square and align it with the other square that was there just to make sure it's like centered. And I'm going to hide the other square. I don't need the slice results of the first square, so I'm just going to delete that also. And I do have the 2 slices of the sunflower, but I want to hide those as well and bring back that little middle that I hid and then bring back the square. So now we can just slice that one layer. And once again, we don't need the square and we don't need the slice of the square, but we do need the 2 little dots. And so now that we just bring back our sunflower, it is in 2 pieces. I'm sorry if that gets confusing. Feel free to go back as many times as you need to. Just understand that Cricut Design Space only cuts 1 layer at a time, which is why you have to do this a few times. And so once again, I'm just going to group this so it doesn't move around. And by move around, I mean when you click on it, see it separates, but this one's grouped so it doesn't separate at all. And then I like to put these right here. And then for these other nails, I wanted to keep them simple, so I think just doing like little white polka dots maybe. And so I think I'm just going to use these little circles. And then I'm just going to create like a little polka dot pattern. But that's what's also cool about, designing your nails here first, so you can see kind of how they're going to look. So I really like doing this now. My nails are grouped so I can move these back, and then I would just attach these because I want them to cut together. And so once they're attached, they're together, and I just can duplicate for the other finger. And so we have this. I'm just going to hide the template because we don't want to cut that out. We just need the little pictures right here. So now we go over to make it. And so here we can see these are white polka dots, the little brown middles, and the sunflower parts. Just use vinyl setting with more pressure, just to make sure I get a very clean cut since we are using super tiny pieces. And so here I have these little things that I got from Amazon. I'll have them linked in the description below, but I just use them to hold my nails. And these are the nail tips that came with the Beatles kit. That's what I'll be using today, and so I'm just going to pick my sizes and put them on the little forms right here. And so now we have this. Now we're just going to grab a buffing block and we're just going to buff the top shiny layer of the nails. So we want to buff just to remove the top shiny layer like this. So here I have cut out all my things, and you can see it does a good job of cutting little tiny pieces. And you can try to weed them out, but usually I just like to do the reverse weed method. I think that works the best. And so I'm just going to cut this out for now. This as well, since this is 1 thumb. And this is 2 fingers. And these little brown dots, I'm just going to leave them there because I think I can just easily pick them up with my tweezers. See how they just lift? Sometimes you do have to be aware that, there's a left and a right. I do sometimes flip images just so it goes with either the left or the right hand. But since these are very symmetrical flowers and stuff, it doesn't really matter this time. And so I think I'll start with my right hand here. And if you want to do a base layer, so it has a different color background, you can do that, but just be aware that this is Gel X, and since I stick them on with the gel, it has to be light enough for all the little UV lights and everything to get through to cure it. It is very important that you cure completely, so as you can tell from a lot of my videos, my nails are usually very light colors, or usually I just leave them clear in the background just to be safe. If you want to do a darker color, you can get those little sticky pads to just use these as press-on nails with regular glue, I'd probably recommend doing that if you want a dark background, but I like the gel, so I just keep the like background clear. And so for the thumbnail, we were just going to stick on one of these flowers right on top like there. So for the reverse weed method I use is I just completely take off everything from the other piece. And it did leave like 3 little pieces behind, but I don't think that's that bad considering this had a lot of tiny details. I'm just going to add them, you know, after. So for now, I'll just be sticking this on. This is what the first nail looks like. You can see I did lose a little bit more pieces, but that's because this nail is more coffin shape, and these sides right here are kind of too long, so I am going to take my nail filer and then just file along the edges here. And I do file it at an angle just to kind of get like a little more clearance on the edge to make sure we seal in all that vinyl. Now we can just take our little brown piece right here. You can see here the vinyl doesn't make it all bulky or anything. It's pretty flat on it. And so now I'm just going to take some top coat and seal this in all together. And so while the thumbnail is curing, I'm just going to do the exact same thing to my other nails. And this one has polka dots, so I'm going to use one of my polka dot stencils. Okay, so here I have finished all my nails, and this is what they look like. I used this for my first layer. It's a 4-in-1 nail glue and nail tips, but it can also be used as a base coat. It does dry sticky, so then to seal everything after that, I used this Model 1 top coat, which is a non-wipe top coat, meaning it dries not sticky. So this is what they look like, and I haven't wiped them or anything, but it's not sticky at all. Now the next step is to just put them on our nails. And so here I have already soaked off my previous set and my nails are nice and prepped. To prep the nails, all you have to do is just buff a little bit on the top, make them a little bit jagged, but don't buff too much because that is your natural nail. Something like this. So they should look something like this. And now I like to take this tool to just push back the cuticle a little bit. You can cut it and, you know, prep a little bit better, but I'm terrible at doing that. I've never cut my cuticles. I am too scared to do so. But this has always just worked for me, just pushing it back a little bit, and it never seems to be a problem for me. And here I have my primer, and you can see how old this thing is. I'm pretty sure it's probably like more than 10 years old, but it lasts so long, so I haven't had to buy another one ever since I started doing my nails. I've used this one for when I use gel or polyforms, and I guess it works with Gel X too, so I stick to it. And so we're just going to put like a layer on top, just like this. Make sure you don't get it on your skin, it just goes on the nails. And you do have to wait for it to dry a little bit, so I'm going to start with my index finger since this one is dry. And so this is a nail glue, or you can also use the one that comes with the kit. I've always used this one, but I'm curious to see how this one works, so I'm going to try this one today, and I'll let you guys know how it holds. It is thicker than the other top coat. It does look more like a glue than a base or a top coat gel. So I think it'll work really well for a nail glue. Make sure that you're generous with the amount of glue you're putting, but don't put too much. It does take practice to get this right. I'm still having trouble here and there, but the more you do it, you know, the more you get better at it. So just stick to it. And we're going to start right at the edge here, but don't press too hard. Just gently kind of start moving. And you'll start to see the gel just move along. This is why you're supposed to leave it clear or very light so you could see exactly where the gel is. And once you have this, you can seal it. And it does take only a few minutes, but you can see it seals right away. And so I'm just going to be repeating the same steps to all the nails. And here I have this super old LED light, but I really like it because it only focuses on the tip of my fingers. So, you know, UV light, it's kind of like having sun rays on your hands. So that's not great. But this I feel like, you know, again, focuses just on my fingers. And I am using the little light here to help with my thumb, but I do like to put the nails in here a few times just to make sure that all the gel and everything is nice and pure. And so here we go. These are very simple, but I think so cute. You can add to them by adding, I don't know, like the rhinestones right here, maybe like with the polka dots, like I said, but I don't know. I don't have time right now, so I'm just going to leave them like this. I think I did very well. So these do have like those little tips and stuff, so I'm just going to shave them off. You can see the little numbers for the sizes, which is kind of annoying sometimes, but a lot of the time what I do is just, you know, grab my rhinestone glue. And just add some rhinestones like that, and it looks cute and also covers that number. And so just cure the rhinestones and you're done. You can also do another top coat to just, you know, help the rhinestones stay on longer, but I'm just going to leave it for now like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and also head over to my Instagram and my TikTok for a lot more pictures and videos of my work, and thank you so much for watching.